Provence is one of the most beautiful places in France, but with so many stunning destinations, it can be hard to choose where to start. In this video, we'll show you exactly why it's worth visiting, the top destinations we recommend in the Var department, and make sure you stick around until the end, because we'll share a stunning hidden gem that might become your favorite spot in Provence, along with a peek inside the cozy little house we stayed in. You're going to love it. As always, you'll find all the links in the description, along with our blog post that includes extra details and tips, like how to get around, where to park, and links to the activities you can book that we don't mention in the video. Before we get into the top towns we suggest visiting in this area, there are a few quintessential things to do in Provence that will ensure you enjoy everything this region has to offer. One of our favorite things to do is browse the different brocante markets in the little towns. It's such a lovely morning activity where you can enjoy the fresh air while looking through clothes, furniture, trinkets, vintage items, crockery, and paintings, often at really great prices, like vintage nightstands for €15 or antique plates for €5. We've listed some markets along with their days and times on the screen, so be sure to screenshot it for later. Many of these towns also host farmers markets where you can buy fresh local products like vegetables, cheeses, homemade meals to go, and of course French baked goods. We love starting our mornings by heading to the farmers market to pick up things for lunch or dinner. The atmosphere is always so welcoming and it's a great way to support local farmers. Provence is also known for its wines, especially rosé, which makes up more than 85% of the wine produced here. So visiting a vineyard or wine estate is a must. There are plenty of chateaux offering tastings, tours, or restaurants with beautiful views of the vineyards where you can try their local wine. Pro tip: a great way to discover vineyards in Provence is by checking wine labels in local supermarkets or wine shops and looking up where in Provence they're made and if they offer tastings or tours. Although not all do and some require reservations, is a great way to find hidden gems. And of course, visiting the lavender fields in Provence is a must-do activity. Just keep in mind, there is only a short window during the year when you can see them in full bloom, which is from mid-June to mid-July. If you visit too early, you'll miss the most vibrant purple flowers, and if you come too late, the lavender might already be harvested. Okay, now let's move on to the places we visited. Keep in mind, these towns are in the Var department, but if you also want some great suggestions of places to visit in the Vaucluse, Bouches-du-Rhône departments in the western side of Provence, like Aix-en-Provence, Avignon, Arles, and Gorge, head over to this video where we talk about our Provence road trip. The Verdon Gorge is one of the most beautiful natural spots in Provence, known for its turquoise water and dramatic cliffs. One of the best ways to experience it is by renting a self-driven electric boat, which ended up being our favorite activity of the whole trip. We went with Nautique Verdon, where there's free parking close by. We've linked the location in the blog post. Prices vary depending on the season and how many hours you want, but we found the cost very fair and totally worth it. We paid €90 for 3 hours during their high season period. From there, we drove the boat all the way to Lac d'Esparon, where you'll spot the impressive Château d'Esparon overlooking the water. The Verdon Gorge is also connected to Lac de Sainte-Croix, but you can't access it by boat because of the barrage. Along the way, the scenery is spectacular, cliffs on either side, calm turquoise water, and people passing by in canoes or boats. In early September, it felt lively without being crowded. The boats go slowly, so as a family we all took turns driving, which made it even more fun. This is an experience we can't recommend enough. But pro tip, bring snacks and drinks. We didn't think we'd stay on the boat that long, but we loved it so much we kept extending our time and really wished we had something with us. We do want to add, however, if being out on the water is not your cup of tea, but you still want to experience this, you can also hike along the Verdon Gorge on the marked pathway. An easy and scenic option is starting at Randonnée, Canal du Verdon, Sentier du Gard Canal. Moustiers-Sainte-Marie was one of our favorite towns we visited. It's a small village in Provence, about a 40-minute drive from where we started with the boat ride. It's famous for its sitting at the base of rocky cliffs, with a small waterfall from the Ravine de Notre-Dame flowing right through the town and under the Archers Bridge St. Mary. One of the highlights here is the chapel, the Notre-Dame de Beauvoir, which you can reach by climbing a path of stone steps. Above the village, you'll notice a star hanging between two cliffs. Local legend says a knight from the Crusades hung it there as a symbol of gratitude to the Virgin Mary after returning safely home. If you want to enjoy the town's atmosphere, Café L'Olivier is a good spot for a drink. It's a bit touristy, but worth it for the central setting surrounded by beautiful old buildings. There's a cute ice cream shop straight across called La Solane, and we really enjoyed their ice cream in different regional flavors. The white cheese with chestnut spread was so unique and delicious. For a meal with views, Café Gourmandise is a favorite, especially if you can get a balcony table looking out over the water. Another great option is Restaurant Côté Jardin, where you can eat on the terrace surrounded by gardens and scenery. If you're enjoying this video so far, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell so you can be the first to know when we post a new video. Okay, now let's move on to Aups. We added Aups to our itinerary because we heard that once a month on Sunday, the town hosts one of the biggest brocante markets in this part of Provence. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it there on Sunday, but we did visit on a Wednesday and found a large flea market in the market square, Marché de Aups, with clothes, cheeses, jewelry, pottery, and so much more. We had a great time browsing the stalls before heading to a crêperie for lunch. Many places were packed, but we chose Crêperie Maison Syringe, which was a little less crowded, and it turned out to be a great choice. We loved both their savory and sweet crepes, especially the Aupoise with goat's cheese and honey, and the orange and sugar crepe for dessert. Cotignac may be small, but it's easily one of the prettiest towns we visited. The streets are lined with charming buildings, colorful shutters, and little boutiques. One of the best things to do here is wander through the narrow lanes and then stop for a drink at Carré Gambetta, a lively square filled with cafes, bars, and restaurants. We chose Paulette Café, where we ordered 2 toasted brioche buns filled with lavender ice cream, one topped with Nutella and the other with salted caramel. Both were amazing. We also tried Schweppes Agrumes. It's a citrus soda with orange, grapefruit, lime, and mandarin flavors that we hadn't seen anywhere else in Europe. We loved it so much we even bought a 6-pack to bring home. Just 10 minutes by car from Cotignac, you'll find a beautiful waterfall called Sillans-la-Cascade. You can park at the lot we've linked in the description and blog post. Then we walked past the food trucks, where we couldn't resist grabbing something refreshing on such a hot day, until you see the signboard that points you to the forest trail marked by wooden fences. It's a short and easy walk down, though a bit tough on the way back up, not gonna lie, and they've built a proper path to walk on, no need for any special shoes. And at the end, you're rewarded with a stunning waterfall cascading down a tree-covered cliff. It's free and absolutely worth a stop. Okay, now let's talk about the hidden gem we mentioned in the beginning of the video, the town we stayed in and called our home for 6 nights. We were invited by a lovely woman named Luca from Loveness on Instagram, who has crafted the most beautiful holiday home in Tourtour called La Charmante and allowed us to enjoy it for 6 nights. We could not be happier with our experience. Our favorite thing about it was that we got to live the quintessential Provence experience, the feeling of everyday life in a Provence village, and it didn't just feel like any other trip. Here's a little bit about the history. In 2023, she decided to take a risk and buy a small village home in Tourtour, Provence, a place she'd long dreamed of calling home, even if only for holidays. The house was old, affordable, and full of character, but in desperate need of a renovation. Together with her partner, they took on the challenge. He focused on the renovation while she planned, sourced, and designed the interior to create a space that felt warm, thoughtful, and true to the village's history. It wasn't always easy, carrying materials through narrow streets, dealing with delays, and working around the summer heat, you can imagine, but the process brought them closer and made the project even more meaningful. Today, the house is a cozy little retreat that feels like stepping into a story, and she couldn't be happier to share it with others who want to experience Provence in a unique way. We just loved cooking meals in the gorgeous kitchen, enjoying them at the table together as a family, taking relaxing baths in the tub upstairs, and watching the sunset from the window. All of the information is in the description if you want to check it out and book a stay there yourself, which we couldn't recommend enough. From the moment we parked our car just outside the village, walking through the arch and suddenly being in the square, we were blown away and so surprised at how beautiful it was. There is something amazing to see at every little corner. For the perfect day in Tourtour, here's what we suggest you do. Start your day in the village with a wholesome breakfast in your kitchen or at one of the little cafes. Then head to a market square overlooking the valley to pick up local products for lunch or to take home. The square is also where locals often gather to play pétanque, a traditional French game similar to bocce. Spend some time wandering the town's stone houses and colorful shutters before choosing between a relaxed lunch at home or one of the cafes and restaurants in the main square, which we especially recommend visiting in the evening for a drink under the colorful lights. As the day winds down, watch the sunset from the benches outside the church at the top of the hill and end the evening with dinner at La Table, a charming restaurant with set menus, at different price points serving delicious dishes prepared by a trained chef. It's perfect for date night. Just make sure you make a reservation in advance as it is popular and has limited tables. Everything was delicious and the service was amazing. We highly recommend enjoying a meal here. This restaurant has a Bib Gourmand. A Bib Gourmand is a distinction given by the Michelin Guide to restaurants that serve really good food at a more affordable price. It's not a Michelin star, but it's still a big deal because it means the place offers excellent quality and value for money. Think of it as Michelin's way of highlighting the spots where you can eat very well without breaking the bank. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our upcoming travel guides. And let us know in the comments if you've got a Provence trip coming up soon. Safe travels!